You thought you were about to go into the video game. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking of Spoon 1000. I thought I was going to go into the video game that I'm about to watch. And to be honest, you are my Dawn fans. I'm just going to take you there right now. In style. Yeah. Style indeed. Here we go. Warning. For those who are under 21, yes, I'm looking at you and telling you, cannot allow to watch this video, episode, series, or even playlist without your parents' permission. If you are watching this without your parents' permission, then you are a silly person. It's not my fault, it's your fault. You have been warned. Hello, everybody, everyone. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and strangers, and all of them. It is me, Superior 9000, which comes Superior. Yes, that's right, the game streamer that the Windows of the future become an entrepreneur, extraordinary influencer, pro game streamer, actor, model, and provider, broadcaster, and future wrestler. And yes, that is right, my Dorian fans. You've read to tell about once again playing and continuing the story series of Amorous, the story continues. Now, before we get down to the video game business, it's good to throw down 3 face cards down. That'd be the end of my turn until I activate them at the end of the recording streaming session. And if you're new to this channel, please press the red button to subscribe, press the red button to follow me, press the green button to like, follow, subscribe, and support. And once you press those 3 buttons, you officially join the Superior 9000 Empire Corporation International Industry Enterprise. To make the channel bigger, better, stronger, and more noticeable in the future to all other social media account platforms and game streaming channel account platforms. Now, enough chit chat from your superior. Let's get down into the video game business and let's get to work. Oh, and before I do, if you missed a previous episode, my Dory fans, do not worry, your superior will leave that in the description down below so each one of you can watch it. And, as I've said this once and I'll say it many more times in the future, yes, I'm looking at you and telling you, I hope each one of you got your chin clothes on, been to the loo, got your drink and your snacks, and I hope you are chilling out on that sofa, or chilling out on a game chair, or even chilling out on your bed. Anyway, as I said before, enough chat from me. Let's get to work and let's get into the video game business. Now, in the last episode, as you can tell, we met a wonderful, lovely lady named Mercy at the club. And you know what? We're going to give her a call today. Actually, not. We better head down. Don't say anything all day. Okay, now it's vibrating. My call was calling me. Was it a message? Yes, we definitely need to call her. Spear said, Mercy, the cute stray girl from the club. I should see what she's up to. Ring, 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 on Mercy's phone. Ring, 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 ring. Click. Mercy said, hello. Spear said, hello, Mercy, it's that you? Mercy said, yes, hi. I'm sorry, I don't know this number. Do I know you? Oh shit, well, she was drunk, then. Don't think too. We've got to explain to her what happened. Hi, my name's Superior. We actually met at the Amorous club the other night. We were, well, we had a few drinks and we ended up talking for a while. Mercy replied, oh god, and I've got my drink all over me. I remember now. Look, I'm so sorry. No, Mercy, darling, it wasn't you, dear. You don't need to say sorry. It was an accident. Superior said, it wasn't as bad as all that. I promise anyway, I wouldn't be calling you if I enjoyed the evening, right? Miss Price said, well, you got me there. Certainly I did. Listen, I'm sorry if I made a fool of myself. I had a few, so... You know what? Superior said, I really enjoyed my time with you, Mercy. I was wondering if you'd like to meet up again sometime. If you don't remember, well, trust me, I was hilarious and you were great company. We hit it off insanely, or kaboomily. That's just a cool word. Miss replied, haha, we serve too, I'm sure. Most people I said, oh yeah, I'm the coolest, don't worry about all that. Miss replied, haha. Most people said, what do you say? Miss replied, you know what? Sure, I like that. Superior said, great. I mean, good. Miss replied, I'm not feeling quite ready to make a fool of myself. At the club again. You should go for a hike in the afternoons if you wanted to join me one day. Up at the mountain over the look. Spirit Blind says, I know the place, yeah, near the coast. Miss said, great, give me a call when you are on your way. Say, about 2 PM? I can meet you there. Of course. Spirit said, perfect, I'll see you there. Miss replied, can't wait, and Superior, thanks. Click. Superior said, no problem. No, we can't wait till what time, but we should get ready. Wait, where's Mr. Kirby boy? Let's see how he's doing. Hey bro, what's up? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to stir you. You know, I'll leave you to it. I just thought of something I wanted to do. I'll get back to you. No problem. See you soon. I guess he's busy. Well, in that case, you know what, so we'll just call again. Let's go. I should let Mercy know I'm on my way. Ring, 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 ring. Click. Hello. Hey Mercy, it's Superior. Mr. Price said, hey, sorry if the signal is bad. I'm in the car. Took a good time. That's fine. Just about to head out for the trail. I'll see you there. Right? Superior said, and Mr. replied, I hope so. I'll be in a blue sportswear. Nice. Superior said, Mercy, you know you are purple and blue, right? I think I found you... Mercy put, what? I'm purple? When the hell did... Haha, very funny. Yeah, you got me on that one. Just get yourself there, jokester. Yes, ma'am. Click. I better grab my exercise gear. Yep. Okay. Water, snacks, deodorant. Oh, there you are. I was trying to call you. Apparently you were at the club still, ain't you back? Plus it need to stay hydrated today. Spear said, huh? Don't forget to pack the hoodie accessory, remember? Always come prepared. You don't want to improvise that, trust me. So, ew. But this one time, there was just a jar of sour cream. Finish that and I'm now talking to you, aching you out for Mexican again. Replied, fine. Speaking of diets, what's with the get up? Well, since you were just woken up, I'm going for a hike up on the hill outside of town. Replied, never seen that place during the day. Cardio day, huh? Fair enough. Well, if you are doing the fitness thing in the mornings now, need company? People like carried three things wrong with that. One, I don't think the tight pink move are gonna cut out on the trail. Two, it's already 1:30 PM. Instruction cookies and briefs. As to say, he didn't think of those things were a problem. Replied, I'm still on club time, I could tell. And Spear said, commonly referred to as being a layabout. And Kobe said, and free? Spear said, what? Replied and said, you said three things. I'll put the third burn there for me. Spear said, nah, it's nothing. Kobe, try again. Blush, okay. Yeah, I wasn't ready to talk about Mercy with him just yet. Oh, you have a date, don't you? And you weren't gonna tell me, Kobe said. Spear said, damn it. I'm not allowed to be mysterious. Kobe replied, spill. Spear said, alright. I met someone at Amorous at the club the other night. Kobe replied, oh, who? Jack? No, wait. He's one of mine. Spear said, Mercy, the Sorry girl with the purple horns? But yeah, I think I saw her. Green dress, skinny, and drinks cocktails. It's a piece of blue dress. But you know, oh, cute. She says, hey, don't give me that baby first date look. Fine, fine. So, gonna show off your physical pros? Huh? Gibby said. Spear said, I'm gonna try and keep up at least. Reply said, well, she's the one who's taking you out to get all sweaty and tired together. Gibby said. Spear said, I guess. Look, I'd love to stay and get the dating 101 book or questions, but I'll be late, Cobes. Kobe replied, don't let me keep you enjoying your goat girl. Spear replied, Kobe. Kobe, I mean, enjoy getting physical with Mercy. Kobe, man. Exactly, Kobe. Kobe replied, sorry, it's just bleated out. Why do I tell you anything? Replied, too annoying to keep it to yourself. He said, text me when during the date, I'll kill you. Despite his teasing, Kobe had a point alone on the trail, a spot where I couldn't wait to see what Mercy would be wearing. Spear said, no drinks, no drama. If I didn't fuck this one up, I might stand a real shot here. replied 5 minutes late. Damn it, Kobe. Mercy said, Superior! Wait, where? I thought you ditched me. Mercy said, Girl, no, I would never do that. Mercy was waiting for me near the start of the trail. She didn't seem mad, just assumed as she made her way over a small backpack in one hand. As I promised, she was in sports bra and shorts, wearing her smooth dress. The shirt had been curved on hips, translating a different kind of show to the dress, and maybe, but wasn't complaining. Indeed not. Wowza, you look great. Indeed, you definitely do. As he replied, thanks. Not so bad looking yourself. There. I thought her eyes went over me in return, flushing a little as she smiled that same confident smile she had at the club. Her curvy teasing was fresh in my mind. The shortness of her shorts, the supportive top covering her bust, wowza, was the least I could say. Lucky me, indeed. Superior said thanks. Glad to hear it. I imagine this will be a little easier for you. It's only a couple of miles around the trail. Not gonna leave me in the dust, are you? Hell no, dear. Let you go first. Superior said, Hey, I'm here with you. You set the pace. If you get tired, well, maybe I can carry you. The supplier said, It's a deal. I picked up a few things for after sandwiches and stuff. I figured we could have a picnic. I love your thinking, dear. Superior says, Sounds great to me. Beats the sports bra and packed. I guess I still have to step up a little to match preparation. Let's play good. Well, better get started. The outfit is made for exercise after all. Indeed it is. With that, we head off towards the nature trail side by side. The sun was high and way forward was a run of dirt path through the trees. Even never having taken this particular path before, I would probably have no trouble following it. Mercy, on the other hand, was more than familiar with the routes, pointing out loose stones and taking the path of estimate is. I got a feeling her eyes were more on me than the path ahead. Superior replied, Sir, you take this path every day? Mercy replied, Pretty much. Gives me a chance to clear my head. Anyway, after the other night, a little detox was in order, huh? Superior said, Makes sense. Good to be health conditions and contagious, at least. Mercy replied, Right, oh hey, watch out for these rocks. They can be loose going down here. But yeah, I tend to do gallery paperwork in the morning, then come out here. Superior says, yeah, I guess I never gone to a gallery in the middle of the afternoon on a weekday. He said, exactly, I tend to work in the evenings mostly. He said, that schedule can suck. I've worked it a few times myself. I've always struggled to find the time to socialise. working when everyone was finished their work. I said, it's not like I don't get a chance to cut loose sometimes. Make a fool of myself at the club, for example. So people I said, which I'm certainly thankful for. I'm glad you are making the most afternoons. I've got to say, I didn't expect it to be this beautiful up here. Mercy replied, can't beat a breath of fresh air. Get away from the roads and noise a little. It's a good place to come in the evening too. So people said, yeah, it's quite the make-out point, I imagine. Mercy replied, gas. Spear, are you saying you've held hands with a girl before? For shame. Should I be worried about cooties? We're both adults. I'm not really interested in hearing anything that make me jealous, but I don't exactly need the innocent act. Provide, yeah, sure. Well, okay. I should be happy to get you here first then. How about that? It was hard to stay self-conscious with her eyes gliding over her infectious grin. I let my arm swing out so my hand could throw across the back of her own. She said, right, I'm glad I get the talk from you anyway. As she took my hand as we slipped down a steeper part of the path, we seemingly shared a grin. The path wound steady, and for made our auto that missions we enjoyed how long we'd been in the area, the usual. Before I knew it, we were away much of the route down and had started to the harder exit back towards the parking lot. Which one should we go for? I was here with Mercy, and she knew the trail better than chance to spend more quiet time beside her was first and foremost in my mind. I didn't really think showing off was what either of us had in mind for afternoon anyway. Better not to wear myself out and spend the picnic dripping all over the food. It wouldn't make the best impression. Mercy found the pace easy enough as we walked up on the hill, breathing heavily. There wasn't much talking to be had as we took the natural step formation of the slope up towards the summit. Much with the effort, I have to admit, the proximity to the athlete stray was having an effect on me too. Like moving side by side, I couldn't help but sneak glance when my footing was safe enough to do so. The queen of her underbelly tensed with each step of the bright blue of her sports bra drew my gaze more than once as it held her burst despite the extraction. If she noticed my wondering eyes, she didn't say anything. In her sideways glanced cheeks on me. Miss Reply said, "Whew, almost there." Taking the last couple of steps up, I hovered triumphantly, catching my breath, as we stood side by side to look down at the tree lines spread below us. Superior said, "We did it." I said, "Yeah," and under the time I figured on. Putting me through my pace, her playful grin was quite to return as her eyes looked me over. I said, "Maybe and shut off a little. Didn't want you to thinking I'm only good for looking pretty and drinking cocktails." Spears said, "Hey, if you do this every day, then consider that myth officially squished." Mercy replied, "Mission accomplished then." Spears said, "How do I measure up anyway, for ego's sake?" Taking a deep drink from her water bottle, she cocked her head a little, giving me another look over in a almost predatory way. Mercy said, "I have to say, you know those girls who hang out at the gym trying to pretend to be working out just so they can oogle the pros and post on social media and other stuff they do?" "Yeah," Superior said. Mercy replied, "Well, give me a call the next time you need a spotter, okay?" Superior said, "You don't exactly strike me as a towel-holding kind anyway. In that outfit, I think I'm gonna need to keep an eye on you if we want to work out." We said, "Let's not pretend like the tight outfit and hands-in bodies weren't mutual enjoyment. All part of the grand scheme, I assume," Superior said. We said, "Scheme? Plots? Can't we just say nice outfits you have there and know what we really mean?" I met her eyes and felt a grin spreading across my face. As I took a cup of my water, Superior said, "I'm glad I could stand up to your test drive." I said, 10 out of 10. Superior said, "Nice outfit you have there yourself, Mercy." Mercy said, "Glad you like it." "Well, we can keep talking about our outfits until evening, or we can have sandwiches." Stopping quickly at our mutual cars gave me time to catch my breath and reapply the deodorant, toweling off to grabbing more water for us both. Kip had managed to only send 3 texts while we were gone. He must have found someone to hang with too. I wasn't sure who was a worse tease, Mercy or Kobe. Certainly they probably whip each other into a frenzy, but her rejection compliment went far from my own thoughts. If I was really being honest with myself, I might have been a little disappointed if she was shy and reserved about the drink. When I returned from the car, Mercy had picked out a spot in the grass and set down a small hammer. My stomach growled immediately. Mercy replied, "Help yourself." Superior said, "You made all this stuff?" Sitting down beside her, my legs were certainly feeling the hill now. Mercy had laid out a few finger sliced and well stacked sandwiches. She even had chips and a few little snacks. Mercy Price says, "Honestly, most of it was from the store." She said, "Not much of a cook." Mercy said, "I can cook, yeah. I just didn't have long between work this morning." Now that's very understandable, Mercy. She gave a stupid grin, which she tried to hide behind her sandwich half. Mercy replied, "Anyway, I wasn't sure when you'd be joining me." Spielpie said, "Did you think I'll bail?" I said, "I hope not, but we didn't settle on a day after all. As I helped myself to one of the cheese stuffed peppers, I caught her have a quick thanks again before returned to her grin. She said, "So, I was meaning to ask, we talked about music, TV, all that stuff, but you never mentioned your own art. You have a gallery, right?" She nodded, cleaning her throat with water as she rested back in the grass on her elbow. The sun played through her hair, and I simply watched her for a moment, forgetting all about the food. Mercy Price said, "I used to a long time ago, huh? Honestly, I wasn't all that good. I must have been given a pretty obviously puzzled look because she laughed." Mercy Price said, "I graduated from art school and everything, but the gallery was actually my aunt's." "Oh." She passed away, and since my own parents know squats about art, let alone managing a gallery, they passed it on to me. That makes more sense. I wasn't sure if you were just being modest, and I'm sorry to hear that, Mercy." I said, "Nah." She looked wistful for a moment before she shaking it off. Mr. Price said, "My aunt was well liked in the art scene. I just keep up her community spirit. I rent a couple studios out to the local artists. A few friends from college, you know. I'm sort of a glorified secretary." Oh. Hmm. To people I said, "Well, even if you ain't a huge fan of your own work, I guess you have a venue to display it, right? I imagine it can be its own sort of fun watching your friends and clients compete for your good grades. I'd love to meet the artist friends you think of worth the gallery space." It's like, "Oh, no, not ready for that. Let's wait on that plan. I want a little more to tell then I got drunk and gave you my number at Amorous Club of all places." Spirit said, "Hey, I'm just your hanky buddy. I'm sure neither of us would make a fool of ourselves at the clubs." I said, "Right then, right, thanks." Who, considering a lot of them are artists and similar age, they are pretty open-minded. She rolled onto her back, knees are up together and looked into the sky. Her infectious smile was still strong. When she said, "Hey, Superior." Superior said, "Yeah?" "Come be my pillow," Mercy said. "Definitely, of course." I slid over to her and I sat on the edge of the blanket, allowing myself to fall back until our heads were almost touching ear to ear. Stretching my arms out, I expected her to use it as a pillow. Instead, her hips push her back to her hooves, bring back to her head down to the rest of my chest. I was glad that's better. Looking up the clouds, I was glad she could see the Jessica grin I had on my face. I got my arm round, gently stroked the sofa of her shoulder. She let out a happy sigh, back of her fingers running along outside of quite idly. I wasn't sure how long we would watch the clouds for until I woke up. Mercy had rolled over slightly, Snap rested on my arms with her left horn in the grass between the crook of my arm, and her hands was wrapped over my waist, fingers finding pushes and hugging me to her like a body pillow. I have to say, her cocky grins and teasing set my heart racing, but she was kind of cute when she was sleeping. Her tossed over and her eyes travelled down her body. Her bust was put into the tight sports bra. She was practically spin out of it with her arm under her. She certainly had a talent for picking out outfits to show off her assists. Not that I could blame her, or even dare complain, especially with the bird eyes view I had now. She shifted slightly and let out a small grumble under her breath, nudging me with her snout in such a way that made me think she had noticed my wondering eyes for a moment, but her own eyes were still closed. My eyes fell over her lap as I realized she was screaming for another reason. Admiring her this way felt a little bad, considering what had happened back at the club. It was best not to assume she was happy with her own situation. I let out a heavy sigh as if waking a hand softly around my fingers across the arm still had a grip around my ribcage. She grew groggily and her eyes fluttered open to meet mine. I said, "Morning? Wow, I didn't expect to pass right out like that." She stroked over my tummy a couple of times before popping herself on her elbow and straightening her hair. So hi again. I was thinking of trying to hide the colour in my cheeks from her. What was the situation? Spear said, "Hey, hope I made a good pillow." Those lively blue eyes seemed to pick apart my fucking second as she twisted hers a little, holding onto her tummy with her lips behind the fare of her forearms. Spear said, "Gooder dreams?" As replied, "Now that you mention it." The last thing I wanted to do was sound considering, but broaching at the topic felt somewhat like a minefield. She sat up quickly, blush spreading over her face as she put her hands over her lap. Spirit said, "Sorry, I didn't mean to make yourself curious." She looked out at the skyline for a moment, silent coming between us while I searched for something to say. "It's okay," or "I don't mind." No, what if she mind? Luckily she cleared her thoughts and looked back at my way as I pulled myself up, sit cross-legged. Lucy replied, "Okay, let's get into it. You know what I have going on downstairs? I'm sure you have a question." Oh. Hmm. Spear said, "I'm here to listen, but you don't need to get into the deep stuff if this is going to bring up painful memories." Lucy said, "I think I want to get it out." Yeah. Jesus, this is always so damn awkward. The simple, we don't have all day version I wasn't happy with myself growing up, I never really felt like I fit the role I was brought up with. With experimentation and a few misunderstandings, I realized how I felt about myself. Experimentation? Piece of experimentation? It's like, wearing certain clothes, acting a certain way, growing my hair out. I got comments from it, and sure, that was nice, but it was the type of compliment that really stood out. I suppose that when I realized how I felt about myself, gender-wise, it's not like they teach you that kind of stuff in school. I had to find out from the LGBT circle and YouTube videos. I spared you the with me coming out story, honestly. Most of my family and friends understood. I was of a depressed kid and they saw how much happy I was being called a certain names, using certain pronouns. She and her rights, Peter said. Right. The best, well, most of it's the wonder of the modern MP. I got pretty lucky in that department. Genetically, some girls don't get much depending on when they start. I can't imagine how hard all that must have been for you. Indeed, I'm so sorry to hear that. She sighed and shook her head, and a smile breaking through. Misty said, "It's not as bad as it used to be. I feel like I fit in most of the time now, save for the obvious differences." Superior said, "How do you feel about that part? You seemed a little torn on that front. You come on pretty strong, flirting, but I'm not sure how much you want that to involve you." Mr. Polite, honestly, things used to be a lot clearer. She picked up the hem of her short absent-mindedly. Her pose seemingly a lot more relaxed again. Mr. Polite says, "It used to be that women are this way, they have these plans, they don't do these things, but now, well, I guess people are becoming more open about the spectrum of everything, and right now, I don't quite know where I fit. Sometimes I still feel like I'm falling short. Other times I'm happy with the tools I have. I wouldn't be so overt with my flirting if I didn't enjoy the body I have now. And maybe the clothes and the pronouns and everything are enough for me. I'm honest, not sure. Doesn't help that the idea of surgery scares the crap out of me. I hope you know that whatever you decide, I only want to see you happy. Right?" Superior said. Lucy replied, "Thanks, Superior. I appreciate that." Wow, I didn't mean to unload on you like that. Listen, I appreciate you coming out here with me. You've been more than understanding from the start. Before she could say any more, I slipped my hand around her waist and drew her in for a kiss. Her eyes wandered, and for a moment I thought she was going to push me away before they closed again, and she darted into the act. Our lips rolled over each other in a slow passion, and as we leaned into each other, my arms across her back and burst into my chest. Tongues exploring each other for what was likely longer than our little nap. Diffuser, we fall back onto the grass, my arms around her and braced. Next tangled as lost myself in our kiss. Time stretched until our lips finally were separated, panting softly against each other. Don't dare apologize. I'm here with you, Mercy. There's no part of that I want to change. It's my superior. Wait. She took you to the mountains? Isn't that short of a... Wait, mountain? Get it? Okay. Kobe. Oh. Revenge is incoming. Kobe. I was glad to part ways with Mercy on a positive note. The air seemed to have cleared between us. She recommended we meet up at the restaurant sometime. A date experience without a sportswear. Not that I would be opposed to coming up on that trail with them more frequently too. I told her I'll give her a call when I was free. It would mean taking a night off from the gallery for her, but I was certainly interested in seeing where this was going. Well, we never got to save that. There we go. Time for sleep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls at your ages, I am going to end the video here. If you like this, then I'm going to add to my free face down cards. First, add to my first face down card. Subscribe me, Wolfzone Legendary Professor, Wolf, Futurist Champion, and Pokemon and others. But wait, I'm not done just yet. I'll add to my second face down card. Please press the button to subscribe, press the button to follow, and press the button to like, follow, subscribe, and support. But wait, I'm not done just yet. I add to my third and final face down card, which I'll leave this in the description down below. So you can follow me on Social Media Universe World website. And the Social Media Universe World website are Discord, Steam, Snapchat, Instagram, Discord, Steam, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and of course Twitch and Kick. Once you subscribe and support me, you officially join the Superior 9000 Empire Corporation International Industry Enterprise to make the channel bigger, better, stronger, and more noticeable in the future to all social media account platform and game streaming channel account platform. This is Superior 9000, the game streamer that the millions in the future becoming entrepreneur, extraordinary influencer, pro game streamer, actor, model, and current broadcaster and future wrestler. Signing out. Okay, everyone, take care, stay at home, be safe, wash hands, do this away, and of course, most importantly, and repeat most importantly, remember this, wear a mask, and I'll see each one on the next video of mine. But before I go, I have one thing to say. A lot of pro game streamers like myself, Wolfzone Legendary, and others can do. Thank you for flying Superior 9000 College Shed. We have you enjoyed these videos. Support, subscribe to this channel and other platforms as well.